Not every gardener has the time, space, or patience to manage a compost pile. And for many, the idea of turning kitchen scraps and yard waste for months just to get a bucket of usable humus feels more like a chore than a joy. The good news is that compost, while powerful, is not the only path to rich, healthy soil. There are natural, low-effort methods to build soil from the ground up, methods that work even if you never touch a compost bin. The real secret lies in understanding that nature is constantly composting on its own, just not in a pile. Forest floors, undisturbed fields, and even thriving roadside ecosystems build fertile soil year after year through a process known as in situ decomposition. This method uses what's already available on the surface, allowing microbes, fungi, and worms to break it down exactly where plants need it. In your garden, that starts with sheet mulching. By layering dried leaves, straw, cardboard, or old plant debris directly on your soil, you're mimicking the forest floor. Over time, rain, heat, and soil organisms work together to break these layers down into soft, sponge-like humus. No turning, no bins, just results. Another overlooked tool in soil building is green manure. This involves growing specific plants, not for harvest, but to feed the soil. Fast-growing legumes like cowpea or clover, even simple weeds like purslane or chickweed, can be cut down and left to rot in place. Their decaying roots release sugars into the soil that feed microbes, while their leaves break down into nutrient-rich organic matter. These living covers not only protect your soil from erosion and heat, but also pump biomass into the ground without any external inputs. If your soil is compacted, lifeless, or depleted, worms can be your best partners. And you don't need to buy them. You simply need to make your garden more worm-friendly. That means avoiding synthetic fertilizers and tilling, and instead feeding the soil directly with what worms love: moist organic matter like grass clippings, banana peels, coffee grounds, or soaked cardboard. Create feeding zones by digging shallow trenches or pockets, layering in soft scraps and covering them with leaves. As worms move in, they aerate the soil mix in nutrients and leave behind castings that are more potent than any fertilizer. One of the most underrated tools in non-compost soil building is, honestly, biochar. This charcoal-like material, when it's charged with compost tea, worm leachate, or even fish emulsion, becomes a long-term nutrient sponge and, a microbial hotel. Biochar doesn't break down quickly, which makes it especially powerful in poor soils where organic matter just disappears fast. By mixing it into the top few inches of your soil and watering well, you create a stable base that holds water, reduces acidity, and supports fungal life, all without the need for compost. Another secret weapon is fermented plant extracts, which are often used in Korean natural farming. These home-brewed liquid formulas are made from weeds, fruit scraps, or even rice water, and they feed microbes directly in the soil. When poured around the base of plants or into mulched areas, they encourage explosive microbial activity, unlocking nutrients already present in the soil. They're simple to make, fast-acting, and require no compost at all. Building soil without compost isn't just possible. It's often easier and more adaptable to real-life gardens. By mimicking nature, feeding the soil in place, and working with biology instead of against it, you can turn compacted or depleted earth into a vibrant living system. The key is consistency, observation, and patience. Soil isn't built overnight, but it also doesn't require a wheelbarrow full of compost to get started. If this guide gave you a new perspective on soil building, help us spread the knowledge. Subscribe to Soil Doctor for more regenerative gardening insights, and share this video with gardeners who are ready to grow better soil, no compost required. Soil Doctor.